Hello everyone. It's the Illuminati religion, one humane truth for the world. I'm going to talk about capitalism versus communism real quick. The mentality of capitalism and communism basically comes from your level of servitude in a society for the most part. The upper classes that tend to benefit from the workers down below, like capitalism. The oppressed classes, they feel the need to stick together more and work together more, so they tend to take a communist mentality. And this has gone on all over the world. In reality, neither one works, because in a society does not come down to social philosophies. It comes down to the behavior of people. And the more humane a society is which is what God teaches. I mean, humane, sinless behavior. In a humane, sinless society, none of these are of an issue. But people aren't perfect, and unfortunately, a lot of people don't want to even try to behave right. So you have to practice a level of socialism. And look at socialism as a hybrid between capitalism and communism. Because what you're trying to control, you have to control the greed of business, but you have to control the bad behavior and the laziness of the workforce. And you can't build a welfare state, but at the same time you can't have sweatshops. So you need a hybrid to control both sides of the bad behavior, which would be levels of socialism. Now, you have to look at socialism as very flexible. Sometimes socialism will lead towards capitalism, depending on the behavior of society. Sometimes socialism will lead towards communism, depending on the behavior of society. And the more humane a society acts, because like I always tell people, Jesus was the greatest humanitarian. That's really the lesson. Not all the rabbit's foot and all that other nonsense. He was the greatest humanitarian. And to have a true communist state, we'd all have to behave like Jesus. So the better society behaves, the more humane society behaves, you move towards a Jesus-like communism, which is humanitarianism. But in reality, and I hope society would go all the way one way towards Jesus-like communism one day. But in reality, you have to practice levels of socialism. And these levels have to be tweaked depending on the behavior of society. If labor gets too strong, they can destroy an economy. But by the same token, and the reason that labor will destroy an economy is because people will be constantly getting paid, but nothing will be produced. But by the same token, business can destroy a society, because people will get paid nothing to do a lot of work, but they'll have no spending power. And this is what's happening in America now. People have no spending power. That's why America and the European Union are about to have an economic collapse, because people have no spending power. And that's ultimately what drives an economy. So it takes balance. And due to ungodliness, Democrats and Republicans often never want to see it takes balance. They each want to fight for their extremes. And that's the problem with ungodliness in people. They fail to look at the big picture and only what they want, and they tend to fight for their extremes, and which leads to nothing but eventually war. So I explain this more in the Holy Book, which you can see on the website, illuminatichurch.org. And it's to bring about a good society. And I call it the Darren Lewis curve. There's a curve in there where you have an excellent economy, where the worker is making good money, he can save, he can do what he needs to do, and business is healthy. And when either side pushes too far, they'll destroy this society. And this is what people have to come to realize. Business and labor need to work together and be good to each other. And then you don't have all these labor disputes to begin with. But as far as this world goes, capitalism will never work in this world. And communism will never work in this world. Because, like I said, you're dealing with the behavior of people. It's that simple. God is really the only thing that'll work in this world. Good, humane, godly behavior. But a lot of people want to do their own thing and practice their own wicked behavior. Well, wicked behavior got a wicked society. Simple as that. So I hope this kind of enlightens people, and I hope people see the need to be as humane as they can and learn the holy books along with the New World's Testament, which you can read online, and lead this world, because it's everyone's responsibility to lead this world towards a more humane world. It's that simple, because that shows your value as a human being, how much better you make this world according to God. So have a good day.